Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome on in. Happy Monday. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you all had a good weekend. If this is your first time joining me, my name is Rad Nomad. I'm a psychedelic DJ wizard. I am currently drinking a cup of 100% dark ceremonial chocolate, I guess, and it's got cayenne in it. Nice little pick me up for the evening here. We're playing some Peak today. My brain is a little mushy, so I need something I can just kind of lock into and do. I figured I'd try another attempt at climbing the summit. Depending on how it goes, I might keep going at it. If I finish early, I might switch to crochet, maybe make some more hearts. We'll see what happens. We'll see where the night takes us. But I hope all of you are doing well. Virgil, thank you for redeeming first again. I'm gonna wager this is probably 10 times in a row for you, but I keep telling myself I need to go back and get the final count. Uh, and thank you for the daily vinyl redeem. I appreciate it. Oh, I guess I went ahead and switched to the gaming screen. I was too excited and really wanted to show you the boots I got this past weekend. Okay, so none of this should be new to people who are joining me, who have joined me before. I am building a cosplay of my outfit. If you're in the Discord, you've already seen these boots. If you're not in the Discord, you probably have not seen these boots. But look at those. Holy shit, y'all. These boots are fucking fantastic. I literally have them next to me because I keep putting them on, trying to like break them in a little bit. They are super fucking comfortable though. Um, their size women's 11, which is pretty much exactly where my foot sits. Can I just say, I grew up not really having a handle on what my shoe size was for the longest time. I used to wear such a wide variety of shoes because nothing like fit me properly. And my dad, he tried his damnedest to find stuff that would work, but it just wasn't comfy. So I started off wearing super oversized like sneakers for a while that I think were like 10 and a half wide or something like that, men's. And like it worked. I walked around with them, but they weren't super comfy. And then I realized, wait a minute, I'm a smaller shoe. So I started wearing 9.5 men's, and they're fine. The problem is, all the 9.5s I would try like vary significantly. Sometimes they're too loose, sometimes they're too tight. I started shopping for more women's shoes lately, and come to find out, almost all the size 11 shoes I've tried on fit me pretty well. Um, these ones in particular are very nice. They also add about 3 inches to my height, which allows me to tower in ways that I haven't towered before, which is pretty damn cool. Yeah, look at that. Only downside, though, is that the buckle is silver when it needs to be gold, so I'm going to have to paint it. I'm probably going to spray paint it. I have gold spray paint that we used, that my wife and I used for another project previously, so I'll probably just do something like that. But that's the plan for now, is to take these boots. I have a couple other pieces that I showed in previous streams that also need to be spray painted gold, so I shall do that when the time comes. Because it's coming up. I think we have. I haven't been counting down the days, but it's like what, a little over 3 weeks now? Yeah, 3 weeks from Friday till Offkai. I think we got time. Although I really do need to bust my ass making some more hearts, so hopefully I can clear Peak pretty quickly and get a jump on that. And then for those of you who haven't seen on Blue Sky, I picked up these cute little pins that I might end up wearing to the convention as well. I think I put on my badge that I use any pronouns, so that might just be end up being redundant. But I don't know. I wanted to find some more like pride swag that I can wear like kind of on the daily. I'm getting more comfortable with just being out, you know. So I wanted to find something that I could like wear regularly to kind of signal like, hey, I'm actually non-binary. Um, the store I was at was really cute. I mean, it was a toy store. So it was all ages, but they had a whole section just for like pride. Like they had a ton of flags, they had mugs, they had pins. There was a non-binary button that said "not a boy" on it, and I almost got it. The only reason I didn't is because like I feel like I don't know. It's not like I completely disagree with the boy naming. It's just I'm more than boy, you know. So if it's like not just a boy or something like that, maybe. But I think this combination works well. Also, I really like that rainbow. It's a cute rainbow. Um, so yeah, stay tuned. If you're at Offkai, you might see me wearing these, but you will definitely catch me wearing these. You know. Um, yeah, I think that's all I had for show and tell this session. We're gonna get into peak here in just a bit. Again, I'm gonna try to beat Ascent 1. I really want to be able to beat it at some point to say I've done it. I don't know. I'll try a few times to see whether or not I can clear it. If I can, great. If not, I'm sure y'all will get plenty of footage of me fucking up and eating shit and whatnot. So let's go ahead and finish setting up here. But I hope you all are doing well. I hope you all had a good weekend. My weekend's been very nice. My wife and I actually celebrated our 4-year anniversary together, if you could believe it. We've known each other a lot longer than 4 years, but 4 years is how long we've been married. Um, so we ended up, we kind of did a couple things. We did some things local. We went out of town yesterday, which is where I went shopping for the buttons. Um, but it's been nice. You know, I love her very much. I am very happy she is a part of my life, and we had a lot of fun this past weekend, and we are going to have many, many more happy years together. You know. Okay. Let's go ahead and boot up Peak. Go ahead and pause the music too. All right, y'all. Let's get into it. Hell yeah. There we go. All right. Am I going to clear Ascent 1? Place your bets. Place your bets. The odds are not looking great. But we try anyway. Because if I stop trying, I'm never going to get there. Alright. What we got? Milk! Not that I really need it, but anyway. Definitely could use that. Definitely could use that. Definitely could use that. Oh, I should have cooked it. Okay. I can at least hold on to that. If there's a use for that, great. If not, whatever. We are off. What are my eyes doing? Let me fix my model here real quick. Wow, my model's eyes really don't want to pick up. Any other lights I can turn on in here? Let me real quick clean my glasses. Yeah, now it's capturing my eyes. What's going on? There we go. Okay. The easiest way to get up is probably gonna be... Oh, that looks pretty straightforward, actually. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. So one of the things my wife and I ended up doing for our anniversary, there was a local dinner show called Seven Paintings, where the whole point of it was supposed to be some fusion of, like, cuisine and art, you know? Where they would take a bunch of art pieces and turn them into, like, essentially these interactive, like, meals. It was like a 7-course meal. Don't get me wrong, the food was tasty. The show was very cheesy, right? The whole point of it was like, oh, it's an exploration of different artists, but it ended up just kind of being really corny with, like, the Mona Lisa talking to you about different shit that was going on. But some of them were pretty interesting. There was a Pollock painting that was there was a Pollock-themed dish that was essentially just deconstructed salad, where they just gave you a bunch of dressings, and you could use that to, like, paint on a canvas, and then you could use, like, lettuce and vegetables to kind of scoop up the paint. Like the food ended up being really good. It was just a little overpriced for what it ended up being, in my opinion. Let's see. Okay. Doesn't want me going that way. Guess we'll go this way. Hi there, Zoe. Welcome on in. How are you doing? We're playing some Peek today. Oh, there we go. Well, that didn't really help. Good thing I have stamina. Jeez. I'm doing well. Hope you're doing well tonight. I am, thank you. I was saying, my brain got a little mushy towards the end of the day because I haven't eaten a whole lot today, but I'm doing a lot better now. Figured I'd take it easy with some Peek tonight. Yeah. I am looking forward to this week, so it's going to be a pretty short week for me. I have both Thursday and Friday off as holidays. And I have a good friend who flew in from out of town that I'm going to meet up for lunch on Wednesday. I've got a collab scheduled for Thursday. Friends are throwing a barbecue Friday. And then I got friends throwing a house party where we're going to stay at the house on Saturday. So I just have a jam-packed week starting on Wednesday here, which I'm really looking forward to. This wasn't the greatest path to go. Hello, Shui. Welcome on in. How are you doing? So eventful, so excited. I hope all is so fun and goes well. Thank you. You know, I'm really looking forward to it. I mean, any excuse to like, get out and do something fun. I love seeing that emote bounce so wildly on your screen. You know what? I like seeing it too. I wasn't expecting it. I think it's default Mignon behavior, if I remember correctly. I kind of just let it ride. Like, I think it's a lot of fun. Oh, I guess I could have gone that direction. Whoop. Come on. I'm not really happy about this route because I feel like it's going to be harder to recreate this route if I fall, but... Media Studio has emote stuff, but they kind of just fall on us and bounce off if they make contact with the model, similar but less wild. I think I remember that from VTube Studio. Yeah, I mean, I had that one goofy live 2D model that Shy Horrors had made me a while back. So it's been a minute since I used it. But I think I remember emotes showing up there too. No, yeah, if you ever break into the 3D space, Vinion's pretty good. Vinion has become my favorite of the few I've tried. I do think it's kind of the most fluid as far as tracking. It has emissions, which are pretty cool as far as, like, light trickery goes. Both it and Warudo have some pretty good, like, logic definitions if you want to set up, like, custom redeems or just custom controls for your model, like, including placement, including, like, just changing your model or swapping them out or adding effects to it. We don't have any 3D models, so we gotta stick with VTube Studio. Yep, makes total sense. Yeah, honestly, I didn't really have a horse in the race when I started, but I went with 3D just because Vroid was free. And it allowed me to actually, like, come up with a model pretty quickly. I don't know, maybe if I had started with a live 2D model, the Rad Nomad experience would be very different. What do we got? Roots today. I went for Live 2D because there was no chance I was going to be able to make Shui and Vroid anyway, and there are a lot more options for Live 2D artists than 3D ones if I'm going to have to pay someone to do it anyway. Yeah, that's very true, right. And also, like, it's, I was about to say, because isn't the software for, like, rigging it and setting all of that up, like, Live 2D Cubism? Like, that seems like a pretty well understood software from what I can tell. I mean, so is Vroid to an extent, but I also feel like there is a bit of a learning curve when it comes to it. Yeah, I definitely think it depends on... It definitely depends on the style you want to go with and kind of where you want to invest, I think, your time and energy, right? So I went ahead with Vroid because I at least wanted to take a stab to get an initial idea down. But, like, there were, like, free Live 2D templates I could have started off with as well. I just found that in order to get what I wanted early on, Vroid seemed to make the most sense. Cubism is the main program. Okay, great. Do I want to... Of course I do. Whoa. Do I want to fuck around with this area up here? 7 stream streak. Thank you, Zoe. I appreciate you being here. Let's go with... Oh, I guess we're going this way. We're going this way, y'all. We've made our own live 2D technically, but it wasn't particularly well made. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that's kind of how it goes, especially if you were like newer to the program and everything. I'm very proud with how I made the second model, because I felt like I had a better understanding of not necessarily Vroid as a program, but just like everything around Vroid and how you could interact with it, right? Like I was able to export textures into like GIMP so that I could make custom textures for the jacket design and everything. We still haven't finished rigging Lilim's model, never got around to doing the rest. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But yeah. And then with VRM models, you can import them into Unity and then just like add other items onto it, which I really liked. I was about to say, like, I think the coolest part of it all is that I do love Blender as a program. So just the idea that you can make something in Blender, export it, and then attach it to a model, or even just make the model in Blender itself is really fucking cool. I have no idea what the learning curve to make a model myself in Blender looks like, but I have made a few different assets in Blender before. I ended up making my hat for this current model. I didn't do the textures on it, Glow did the textures. But then I ended up making some stuff for Glow, right? I don't know if you saw Glow's latest goth outfit debut, but their goggles and their respirator were both pieces that I made in Blender. And I'm really, really happy with how those came out because they look awesome on them. I should be able to make that. Cool. Nope, nope. There we go. A friend of ours is using some plugin to do thematic outfits for certain games they play, so it's like their VTubers cosplaying as a character from... That's cool. Yeah, I really like seeing when people are able to do that, especially if they're able to kind of set it up pretty quickly. Like during May wearing Mega Man X's armor for the MMX streams. Gotcha. No, that's really cool. I really like seeing stuff like that. I forget exactly what this one's supposed to do. I don't use the milk all that often. Where am I going? Where's the mountain? Oh. That's what the milk does. I can't get poisoned. Well, now I can. Okay, so I was supposed to go that way. Guess this would probably be better. I would like to explore, like, more outfits for Rad. I just don't really know what I would want them to look like. That's such a cool idea, though, is, like, creating a custom outfit, like, specific to a game. Like, I'd love to do that for just, like, a game that I'm, like, super highly anticipating. But right now, the one game that I'm looking forward to the most is, Ontos. And I don't think there's, like, enough lore for there to be, like, a recognizable, like, clothing or, like, outfit design from it. Nor do I think, like, if there... I don't know. It might be too niche of a game for there to be one like that. Ooh, I'm literally just, like, off the cuff thinking about this. What if I had, like, a WoW corrupted model? Because I do want to replay Soma at some point in the future. I feel like it would be hard to make, like, kind of those, like, kind of cybernetic attachments that the WoW has whenever it, like, implants on someone. And if you're listening to me saying WoW and don't understand, spoiler alert for those who have been considering playing Soma, WoW is effectively the antagonist of the game. It's basically a biological AI that was originally designed as like kind of like a living life support mechanism for the residents of Pathos 2, which is the research facility where the game takes place. But unfortunately, the end of the world happens in that game, so the WoW's mission effectively changes because it realizes that, oh shit, the people on board this base are literally the last humans on Earth, so we gotta come up with some creative, wacky way to make sure that humanity as a whole, like, progresses, right? So it starts doing crazy shit, like trying to essentially, like, bond with humans. It tries to implant, like, human consciousness into machines. It starts creating these, like, human-machine hybrids that are just, like, completely insane. It's so cool, and so much of it essentially just boils down to people are going mad trying to... I am not going to be able to do this properly. Okay, better idea. Probably should have used the drink. No. 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 Yes! Nice. Okay. No. No, 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 no. Fall, please. Thank you. Goodbye. There we go. I hear the bug. I don't see the bug. Nice. Oh, perfect, a chest. I could use it. Alright, rope cannon. Yep. Yeah, I can use a bandage. I need to eat something soon. Oh, go away, beetle. Oh. I guess I can eat that. No, no, no! Damn it. Yeah, let me just drop everything I have here. Ah, come on. Get me in there. Let me in. That didn't work. Nope. I guess I can go that way. See, that looks like that'd be a better place to go. I don't know if there's much hope for me going this way. Yeah, you don't know unless you try, right? There we go. You can cure hunger, right? No, you can't. Can't eat a mandrake. I wonder what happens if you cook a mandrake. Oh, missed opportunity. Next time. What? Hey! Don't you be sneaking up on me. I think I can actually climb the tree. I do like this, that you can just get all up in the tree and just keep climbing up. Do not blow me off, please, thank you. What the? Oh, what are you doing there? Please. Please, no. Oh, jeez, he's right on my ass. Come on. Come on. I didn't even see him die. Oh. That did him in. Okay, nice. Okay, you know what? This was one of the easier routes I've had. Usually it doesn't go this smooth for me. So I'm a little bit worried about what that implies about the next level. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe the next level will just be hella smooth. Or maybe I'm actually getting better at this game. No, it's probably not that. I don't know if I need 2 of these. Stop giving me energy drinks. I like energy drinks, but I feel like I don't need more of them. Alpine. Oh shit. Okay. God, is there no other food here? Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Ugh, fuck it. We're energy drink maxing. I'm gonna need to scrounge for as much food as I possibly can. Maybe I just don't get enough Alpine levels. Have they always had these giant, like, ice pillars? They must have. They must have. I'm honestly not sure, though. There we go. There's the ice again. Let's chill here. Maybe some fine chocolate. You know what's unexpected? When you go to take a sip of cacao, knowing that it's not going to be, like, sweet, but that it's just salty instead. There's sea salt in this hot chocolate, which is pretty nice. Like, it's good, it's just unexpected every time. Give me a food, please. Thank you. They wouldn't be so bold as to put chests on top of these, right? There we go. Ooh. I don't think these... Yeah, these don't fill up your extra meter. They're just gonna eat. Now, if I were to find a little stove, that'd be a different story. I like the little bit of lag before it starts playing the epic music. I have... Okay, I think the spikes are new because I don't remember an alpine wall ever looking like this. That is so fucking cool. This is not a place of honor. No good deed is commemorated here. God, I need to go watch that iceberg video again. It's a reference to this concept called nuclear semiotics, which was a paper published back in... God, when would that have been? The 70s, 80s? So the whole idea behind it, right, was... We were in the full throes of developing nuclear energy at this point, right? Like, as a civilization. But we also knew that in order to make use of nuclear energy, you have to generate a lot of waste that effectively is radioactive and dangerous to people, right? So you've accumulated all this waste, and maybe you come up with creative ways of, like, storing the waste, right? Like, you bury it underground in, like, solid iron casks, and you say, leave it for, like, 100 years, or even longer than that, right? And eventually it will decay into a state that's no longer radioactive, and then it's fine. You can touch it all you want. But the problem is, right, what happens if, for whatever reason... Wow, that sucks. What happens if, for whatever reason, there's a societal collapse to the point where the original meaning behind the casks and why we had to store nuclear waste in there goes away? How do you tell future societies that it's still dangerous, right? That you cannot and should not play with nuclear waste, right? And that's the way the paper poses it is, basically you have to go in with the assumption that they might not even, one, speak the language that you do, and two, might not have any semblance of what nuclear, like, energy even is. Like, how do you describe, how do you describe radioactive decay to people that have no concept of, like, what atoms are, right? It's that type of thing, right? Like, maybe there's a universal concept for poison, but even then, it's like you can't quite describe very well what that poison is and how it operates. So the whole idea behind nuclear semiotics was essentially to leave little clues for future society to uncover, such that if they ever went near nuclear deposit sites, they would essentially be discouraged from going any further, right? So one way you would do it is by covering the area where you've buried these casks with giant spikes, because spikes at a primal level kind of signify, like, oh, sharp, dangerous, maybe don't go closer. The other piece was leaving, in whatever language happened to prevail, messages along the lines of, this is not a place of honor, no good deed is commemorated here, which is essentially saying, like, there is no good from hanging around here, very bad things will happen if you chill here, right? Like, it's not really describing it so much as a danger as it just, like, almost this kind of, I don't know, existential badness, right? It's just like, oh, shit. This is not good. Okay. Well, that sucks. How am I gonna... Oh, perfect. Well, now I have to wait for the ice to go back down. Oh, I also have all these cans that I can drink. The cans might come in useful once I get to Caldera, assuming it lasts that long. Nope. Come on. Damn it. Go away, ice. I swear, if there's another snowstorm. There we go. Is there any chest around here? I don't need much, just a single chest. How How is this level so smooth? I'm honestly surprised by how smooth this ascent has been. Oh, but some other ideas as far as like how you would let people know, like, hey, this site is radioactive, don't go here. You could potentially breed cats in such a way that their coats would glow if they were by any nuclear radiation source, and then you just teach lore about the cats that you don't want them to change color because then that signifies there's danger nearby. So you'd essentially create this trained behavior where every time someone sees a cat glowing, they think, oh shit, we gotta get out of here. Just... And then a lot of it boils down to, like, being able to pass the knowledge of, like, nuclear sites down to, like, a particular, like, guarded bunch. I think they call them, like, nuclear priests or something like that. Where it's, like, it becomes less, like... Oh, white chest. Perfect. It becomes less of, like, a group of scientists and more just, like, the legend of nuclear radiation is passed down such that they can guide future generations to stay out of the way of it, you know. Park myself here. But then what it also suggested was you could also separate it by layers, right? Like on the outer edge, like consider a society that is, like, redeveloping itself and rediscovering, like, certain concepts. Like, what if society gets back to a point where... Actually, I think the milk will probably help me. Like, what happens if society gets to a point where it can start, like, digging down into where those casks are? Like, maybe if they've gotten that far, they understand a little bit more about science, such that you could explain to them what, like, nuclear radiation is. So you kind of stage it by levels, where on the outermost side, it's like, do not enter. And then as you get closer, oh, don't enter because there's poison. And then as you start digging, right, don't enter because it's poison that comes from, like, atomic decay, right? And then you get in there, it's like, oh, this was waste from, like, years ago when we used this as an energy source, right? Anyway, all that to say is, it's an interesting paper. I haven't read the full paper, but the video I watched on it is very interesting. And I really like the idea of just trying to explain... I like the idea of trying to explain really difficult concepts in, like, varying degrees of, like, descriptive, if that makes sense. I think that's a fun exercise, and that's also something that I kind of try to do for work as well. It's something that I struggle with a lot, is I get caught up in the details of various things because I want to give people, like, the most information possible, but it's very possible to overload people with information, so you want to be able to sort out, like, what is... I don't think this was the best way. It's not. So one thing you want to do is be able to kind of identify, okay, what is the main thing I want the audience to walk away with, right? And start from there. And then you only add whatever details are necessary for them to get that information. Okay, I think I'm going to need to drink an energy drink at this point. Yeah, I don't really see how else I'm going to... Oh! Did I try going over there? No, don't fall, please. I said don't. There we go. Okay. Going up! No, 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 no. Damn it. I'll try there next. Okay, I did try going over here because it left me with that ice wall. I could drink an energy drink here. Or I have an anti-grav rope cannon. I have 2 of them. I like my odds. Hell yeah. Oh, nice. I really wasn't that far from climbing up here either. I totally could have climbed that on a energy drink. Okay. I think I'm going to be able to get up here. I am so surprised I haven't taken, like, a tumble yet. I just completely killed myself. But I also can't afford to do that because I don't have a med kit. Stop blowing wind! Oh, I'm gonna collapse. I'm gonna collapse. I'm gonna collapse. Collapse here. Thank you. You can chill out here. Yep, just warm back up. It's okay. Take your time. You're doing great. Okay. There's a chest there. I don't really want to jump all the way. Well... No, That's the thing. I want to go this way, so it makes sense for me to go get the chest. Oh. Come on, man. Okay, I will jump over there to get the chest. Provided the wind doesn't kill me. Come on. God, I hope that's a heat pack over there. Come on. Oh, it looks like we got an ad break coming up soon. Okay, I'll check to see what's in that chest, and we'll go ahead and start the ad. Yep. Ooh. Oh! That's not where I want to go. There we go. Okay. Okay. You know what? I'll take it. And we are on our way. Don't mind me, let me just run out of stamina first. Wow, that's working fast. Come on. Stop it. I have a heat pack. What do we do? Damn it. It's all climbable. I just am too hungry. There we go. God. There better be enough food here for me to restore my hunger bar. Go ahead and... Oh no, ads have already started. I'm gonna go ahead and take a break myself, though. I'll go ahead and just drink my hot chocolate. Which is not hot anymore. Whoa! Whoa. Y'all ever had a mouthful of cayenne? Holy shit. Okay. How y'all doing out there? You having a good evening? Or time zone if you're not in the evening? You can see me behind the S, right? Okay, looks like ads are over, so let's get back into it. Welcome back from ads, everyone. I went ahead and played through the ads just to get myself as close to the peak as possible. So we shall continue. I am making great progress, by the way. I don't know, I'm feeling confident. Why do I keep getting anti-rope oh wait, no, that's the spool. Never mind. I actually like that. That's good. That's good. I was like, why do I keep getting anti-rope? Okay, cool. My beloved. Any more? I kind of want... Okay. Here, I'll carry this with me as close as possible, then I'll use it. Because I was going to say, I want pretty much everything else I have. I guess that way would make the most sense. Oh, yeah. Yeah, just let me walk down the mountain. How about that? Side note, have y'all ever climbed up a mountain? Like, not like a steep mountain or anything, but just, like, gone on a nice leisurely hike up a mountain and then have to walk down it? I have to be real careful, because, like, if I start picking up momentum, I'm just gonna tumble down it. Okay. Now, the heat shouldn't affect me, right? Oh, hell yeah. I'm immune. The milk has me immune. That's a cool life hack. Just drink some milk before you go hiking in a volcano. Okay, now it's not affecting me. Hell yeah. No, 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 lava. You're not supposed to come up this far. Damn it. Okay. I'm gonna go on the right-hand chain. Nice. No. Oh, I literally just walked off. I was supposed to jump and I didn't. Okay. This way, I guess? Do I want to keep going up? Not really. I've got to say, I'm not really thrilled about where it placed me here. Oh, okay. Okay, so once the lava goes back down, that's where I'm going. Oh, perfect. And look, there's a straight shot pretty much all the way to the fire. Okay, lava, back down, please. Thank you. Back down. Back down. I don't like the way that fire's looking at me. Or that one. It would have been better for me to, like, walk, probably. Okay, well that was all my stamina. Oh! Wait. I thought there was another chain. I guess not. Where the hell do I go now? Oh my goodness. I guess I have to go... Oh, did I jump? No. I didn't jump to the wrong island, did I? Go away, fire. I don't need you here. Okay. I guess I'm gonna have to go this way. Oh. Okay. I don't think that's the way that was intended, but I guess I'm gonna have to just go that way anyway. Okay. Well, that's annoying. Cool. Oh, that's not too bad. Unfortunately, I have to go pretty slow here. How about... Oh, that would have been a lot easier. Okay. I'm just going to make a run for that middle area and then go right to the next one. Oh, and then it looks like there's a chain that goes up this big structure. Okay. Oh, grab onto it, please. Thank you. Whoa! Not what I intended to do. Come on, get your stamina back. Come on. There we go. Oh, this ain't good. There we go. God damn it. No, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. No. Damn it. Ah. Did I have a third item or did I already use it? Oh no, the third item. No! Ah, damn it! The third item was the anti-grav rope. Oh, god damn. You finally got 100% peak. Congratulations. I've gotten it once on the base level, but I've never done it on Ascent 1, which is what I'm on right now. There we go. Also, welcome on in, Not So Lonely. Hope you're having a good night, or whatever time zone you happen to be messaging in from. You meant every cause. Oh, so you unlocked everything in the game. Oh, that is a much more admirable feat. Congratulations. I am nowhere near that whatsoever. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah, I've been playing Peak now for, I want to say like about a year or so. No, a little bit over a year at this point. And I've been trying to solo play for a while. I just got to the peak on the standard difficulty, like, what do I want to say, 3 months ago or so? You got it 2 weeks ago. Nice. Yeah. So I've just been trying Ascent 1 every now and again. And this is actually, I think, the best I've done on Ascent 1 so far. So we'll see whether or not I can get through the rest of it without much issue. Please go back down, lava. Come on. There it goes. Ascent 1 isn't that bad. You know, in the grand scheme of things, it shouldn't be. The problem is I am very much an impulsive player. I'll just take these big risks, and most of the time they won't end up paying off. God. Oh, shit. There we go. Nice. How have I not encountered a single chest while climbing any of this? No, fire, go away. There we go. I can't remember what I have to look forward to with Ascent 2 and all the future levels. Okay, now I'm actually able to haul ass here. Okay. There we go. Ascent 5 is where it gets hard. So what is it about Ascent 5 that makes it comparably harder than everything else? Because I was about to say, like, Ascent 1, the fall damage isn't bad, but I don't know if that, like, gets worse on future Ascents. I don't like that this is all heated. Oh, 5 gets the cold nights. Oh, that sucks. There we go. Okay, good. Alright, this stage is basically done. Ugh. Yeah, Cold Night sounds like a pain. Does that mean there's, like, potentially... Well, I was about to say, if there were heat packs that are scattered, maybe that would make it a little bit easier, but... I don't know, maybe that's rarer. Or maybe they're just non-existent. Alright. What do we got? Lay it on me. I mean, the best thing is just to carry the lantern. Got it. Honestly, I keep forgetting that the lantern can help you. Okay. I'm gonna leave the lollipop there for now. Too many energy drinks. There we go. There's some food. Goodbye. Okay, I think I have pretty much everything I want. I mean, honestly, if I can't get to the peak with these items here, then... I don't know. God help me. Okay. Let's do it. Okay. Ooh, that ain't gonna work. Guess I have to start over on this side. Okay, that's not too bad. Honestly, I could just keep on climbing up this side. I think I'm far too low to see where the real problems are going to arise. So I might as well just keep climbing up. Nice. Okay, that allows me to start moving towards the center. I guess I'm gonna have to already use an item here. Nice. Cool. You got this. Thank you. I think I do. Ooh, nice. Okay. Oh, and it just deposited me near a chest. Nice. Fire. What do we got? Ooh, first aid kit. Okay. Make sure I push these buttons correctly. Because I definitely have, like, accidentally just let go of anti-rope stuff. Whoa, there's 2 more chests here? What? I mean, I know this is the best place for a chest, but... Energy drink. I can maybe use that. Holy shit, why are there so many... Wait, why are there so many chests here? Holy shit! Did the game finally take enough pity on me that it just gave me all these chest spawns? Okay. I know, it is. Hell yeah. And look, there's another one. Jesus. want to go up. Okay. Come on. Get out, get out, get out, get out. There we go. Okay, that paid off. I didn't really know I was going to get up beyond that. I'm so locked right now. I am. I'm feeling real good about this. Oh, maybe it'd be better to go this way. Yeah, let's go that way. I'll say I still have one more charge in my claw, if need be. I could probably spare either another energy drink or something. Actually. Should be a plan. Yes. Okay, good. Oh, nice. Nice, 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 nice. Yes, right here. Hell yeah. Come on. Oh, perfect. I literally could just keep going up. God, I literally don't know if it's I've gotten better at playing Peak or I just got blessed with a really straightforward level. It was probably that. Okay. Whoop. I guess I could use my next, You think I've just locked in? You know what? I'm gonna accept that as an answer. I know exactly what I need to do. There we go. Okay. Okay, the hard part's over. Okay. Okay, where's the exit? Oh, I think that's it over there. Ooh, we did it. Ascent 1 almost in the bag. Oh! Let me just take the long way around. I did do it. Oh my goodness. I think I attempted Ascent 1 like 5 or 6 times solo. Yeah. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, I think one of the Ascent levels you basically need to bring your own flare, right? That's gotta make it a lot harder. Come get me. There we go. Alright, y'all. Oh, why are you looking at the side? There's no one there. Let me go ahead and redeem this for myself real quick here. There we go. Oh boy, I unlocked an eye. How wonderful. Was that all I unlocked? Oh, and I got the milk badge. Block 100 total damage with the fortified milk. Oh, thank you for the head pat. Okay. Not bad time either. I think an hour 18 is decent. Okay. Hell yeah. Okay, y'all. I think I'm gonna go ahead and quit while I'm ahead. Pretty satisfied with this progress here. I was going back and forth on whether or not I wanted to do any more crochet tonight, work on some more of those keychains for Off-Kai coming up here. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and pivot to that now. So I'll go ahead and start setting up for that. But yeah, I hope everyone out there is doing well. Hope you're having a good evening. Let's see. Go ahead and leave that. No, you don't need to connect because I am quitting. Thank you. Spirit City. Go ahead and get the webcam set up here. Go. There we go. Hello, everyone. I'm actually just gonna play, I think, the default music for now. Okay, who do we have left to unlock in this game? Oh, duh. Let me edit the stream info as well. Studying. This will be crochet, co-working. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Lo-fi. Ascent 1 complete. Now do crochet. Almost ready. Okay. Then once again, if you are a trusted friend in the Discord, I will be hopping onto the VC. And I think we're all set up. Yep. Okay. Who do I have to unlock now? We're making some quick progress on these unlocks for this game. Ooh, we got a bat character coming up soon. During cool autumn nights, something can be seen stalking the skies. The sound of other nocturnal creatures herald its arrival. Cool autumn nights. Okay. Stalking the skies. Nights? Oh! I guess that was it. There we go. Be looking. Okay. Plan is basically to just kind of create crochet hearts until it's time to end stream. I think I can manage at least 2 in this time. Do I have a needle anywhere? Yes. All right. Yep. I will be around to chat if y'all would like to hang out, work on something of your own. Feel free to do whatever you want. We already unlocked the creature. Look at that bat. Oh, I'm gonna have to show Char this. Hexwing. Aw. Let me go ahead and take a quick picture of this, actually. Yeah. Hell yeah. On the darkest of nights, hexwings can be spotted gliding through the skies hunting for their prey. Their wings are adorned with magical runes that weaken and soften up their targets, allowing these spirits to swoop in and sink their long fangs in for a bite. Fortunately, hexwings are frugivores, feasting solely on fruits and nuts. So their prey is nuts and fruits. Unlike normal bats, which rely on echolocation to navigate, hexwings use their large ears to detect magical energy. Their ears twitch and glow in the presence of a spell being cast, often drawing them to nearby witches. My research suggests they delight in assisting with the brewing of magical elixirs, their talons adept at transporting small spell components to cauldrons. Normally solitary creatures, hexwings are known to gather in large groups at the start of fall. These groups reach their peak on the night of Halloween. It's still unknown why this behavior occurs, more study is needed, but it's quite a sight to see, as their wings glow and seem to form new magical patterns in unison. Perhaps they are casting some sort of ritual. Very nice. It was hard to make out, but I swear I saw something. There's a snowstorm. Snowstorm. Alright, now let's start for real. Alright. So we shall make another heart. Pretty straightforward to start off with. It's just a magical ring with 6 stitches. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we single stitch into the start, and I'm going to pull this tight. Yep. There we go. Place a marker here, and now we increase around, so we'll have 12 stitches by the end of this. Oh my gosh, it feels nice to be able to work on a smaller project right now. I mentioned on previous streams, but what I'm working on right now for crochet are 2 really long projects that I've been working on for like the past, I think, 4 weeks now. One of them is a vest, and the other is oh, what's the word? It starts with a C. Fuck, what's the word? Like a wrap. It'll come to me. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 more. Cocoon. Not a cowl. Oh god. I am totally blanking on the name of it. Whatever it is, I can assure you it's going to be very pretty when it's done, because I'm making it out of a black yarn with some kind of like metal streaks on it, so it's going to look shiny. Cardigan. That's the word. God, why can't I remember it? A cocoon cardigan is the name of it. It's gonna be big, too. I know I don't have enough yarn for it. So I'm gonna need to go out and get some more soon. I don't know if any of y'all have been seeing this, like, it's being shared as a meme right now, but there is a coaster that is a turtle that the way it's kind of like stitched together is that it has kind of like this protruding hump on its back, and then when you put a cup on top of it, it actually forces the head up and it looks like it's screaming. It's such a cute design, and I actually found the pattern for it, and I want to make it at some point. Glow, welcome on in. It's good to see you. How are you doing? Ooh, thank you for the dark mode. Exactly the vibe I'm trying to go for right now. And cool. With that, I have finished the first of these humps. So let's go ahead and... Ooh, where did I put my scissors? I still haven't found the new pair of scissors that I ended up buying specifically for crochet, which is a little unfortunate. Oh, there's this pair, though. Okay, and now we're going to make a second one. Pretty much doing the same thing. Except once we get to the same spot, we're going to just keep on going and we're eventually going to stitch the 2 together. Okay. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There you are. Come on. There we go. There we go. Okay. Where's my other stitch marker? There you are. Oh. 1, 2. There we go. 3. 7. 10. 11. 12. Okay. The stitch marker. Gotta say, I've heard the songs on this game multiple times now, but they don't get old, you know? Just super vibey. They're really good for just establishing like a groove. Is this the power of lo-fi, or is it just these songs in particular that have that effect? I don't really know. Okay, there should be 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Perfect. Okay, and now we're back to this, and we're going to fuse these two pieces together. That's how I want it. Yeah, there we go. this side. One. Two. Let me just go 12 around here. 6. 7, 8, 9, 11, 12. Perfect. So now there's 24 around, and the 2 heart pieces are now connected. We're going to do another round around, so 24 more stitches, and then we're going to sew the keychain in. I want to eventually get to a point where I can just like freehand stuff. Like I don't need to follow any sort of recipe. I can just kind of trust my gut and do it. Like I've been able to do it on kind of a small scale before, you know? Like I've made... I gotta say, one of my favorite things that I made, just because I'm really proud of how it turned out, I started off making these little keychain jellyfish, and I had a friend of mine, Junie, Magical Junicorn, who sometimes tunes into these streams. She wanted a custom one done, and I realized that, like, well, I could basically make her model. And I ended up making a slightly larger version of it, a keychain with a rainbow horn and, like, rainbow tentacles, and then just regular purple tentacles drooping down. And I'm really happy with how that came out. Because that was... It wasn't 100% free-handed. It was very much like I was looking at other projects, but I was able to kind of take what I had learned from those projects and figure out what it was I needed. Like the horn was completely free-handed, the rainbow tentacles were free-handed. Very, very happy with how that came out. I'd love to do more stuff like that. One of my stretch goals, I'm nowhere near able to do it. I want to be able to make like a stuffed version of my model, like just out of yarn. I think that'd be really cool. Once I get a little bit better at it. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and sew the keychain in. And it's basically just going to be going back and forth through this. Yeah. The trick now is just going to be finding stitches that actually pull the yarn through. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so just bear with me while I figure out geometrically how to do this. There we go. Okay. Then we go across. there. Yeah. Beautiful. Then I go here. Nope. Okay. Back through. Oh. I keep trying to put it through a strand of yarn, which is not what I want to do. There we go. Go. And then one more for good measure. There we go. Okay. Okay, and with that, our keychain is affixed. Yep. So now we get to start decreasing the rounds. Looks like we got an ad break coming up. So I'm going to go ahead and just let the ad play. I'll keep working on this. Feel free to use this time to get up, stretch your legs, get some water, do what you gotta do. Come back in 3 minutes. I'll see y'all then. Three, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oop. Did I just take snapshots? What the hell did I just do? I am clicking buttons I don't understand. Welcome back from ads, everyone. Here's the progress we have so far. It's starting to look significantly more heart-shaped now. We basically just keep going around decreasing every few stitches until it has a point. Before I close it up, I'm going to stuff it. And then we're basically done. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so now every 5th stitch is a decrease. So I'm reducing the number of stitches each row, and that's what's giving it its pointed shape. Every 3 now. Okay, and we just have one more round before I start sewing it closed, so now we get to stuff it. God, I'm already at 23 seconds left. I'm just going to keep going even after the timer stops because stuffing is giving my head a break anyway. Okay, let me also move a couple things around here. Big bag of stuffing. And the timer's done. Cool. So I got most of the heart done in 25 minutes. I am getting faster at making these, which is nice. So I guess I'm now averaging about 2 of these an hour. God, so if I just spend like an evening working on these, I could probably bang out like 6 or 8. I had an extraordinarily lofty goal for how many I wanted to make. I think my plan was originally like 100, just so I'd have like 30 on hand every day. I don't think I actually need that number, because I don't know how many people are actually gonna like request one from me, you know? I've been trying to get a read on like how many streamers I know are gonna be at Offkai. My plan is basically like, if I know you or you know me, you get a heart, right? That's kind of what my plan is, but I did want to have excess, just, you know, on the off chance that I end up meeting some really cool people at Offkai that I didn't really know previously. I just wanted to have a little, like, something I could be like, hey, why don't you have this, you know? It feels like a good use of my time to be able to make these and hand them out, you know? Because I've already given these to a couple of my streamer friends that I've been able to meet. I don't know, I think it's a cute little thing, a little thing to signify that we have met and that I enjoyed meeting up. Yeah, so if we ever get the chance to meet, you can probably expect to get one of these, I don't know. Okay. I think that's adequate stuffing. I think it's going to be overstuffed if I go much further. So let's go ahead and close. So now we decrease every other one. And I don't need the stitch marker anymore. Okay, so there should be 6 stitches now. Let's go ahead and cut this off. That cut could have been a bit smoother. These scissors aren't the greatest. Alright. Needles right here, and now we get to sew in this end. I might have doubled up on one of them, but that's fine. Okay. Took me 30 minutes exactly to make one. Look at that. Blackheart. Hell yeah. Alright. Let's make another, shall we? Let me go ahead and snip off this little excess bit here, because I fucked up the cut. There we go. Yeah. Once I finish this second one, we'll count how many I have. Because I should be nearing 10 at this point. Maybe if I just have 10 a day, that'll be like a good enough goal for me. One, two, three, four. Oop. 5, 6. There we go. Okay. 12 around. Come on. Why aren't any of these? That's clean. Okay. slip stitch that. There we go. One. Okay. Ooh. Okay, hold it that way. Whoops, I have somehow... Oh wait, no, I think I did... Yeah, that's fine. For a second I thought I sewed it inside out, but I didn't. There we go. Oops. Wait a minute. Did I miscount? Shoot. Ah, all these little strings. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Nope, I counted correctly. You got to do that every now and again. It can be super easy to just like not count the right number of stitches, either because you skipped one or you accidentally like did too many in a single stitch. And if your number's off, then it does kind of affect how the rest of the pattern looks. There's ways that you can kind of work around it. You can either undo it and get back to like the last known good round, but that could be a hassle, especially if you're like super far into the project. When I made my sloth, that was at the time the longest project that was the project that took me the longest amount of time to make. I didn't realize that once I finished the last round, before I needed to start decreasing the head shape, that I had made the head, each round was supposed to be 60 stitches, and instead I had 61. That was not fun to learn. But I mean, it wasn't super hard for me to kind of just decrease and, I don't know, be able to take care of it then and there, you know? Like, there are tricks so that you can hide it, and honestly, like, in a design where you literally have 60 stitches going around in a circle, one stitch is not going to make a difference, right? But it's a good lesson. Because there are some patterns where if you do mess up by one stitch, it's super obvious. And trust me, I have literally like had to undo like multiple rows because I messed up a stitch. I did that on my scarf that I made for Offkai, my chevron scarf. I literally did like 2 rows with the wrong number of stitches and like had to undo them. Okay, let's get that keychain in there. Just go ahead and snip off this little bit. Damn it. We're literally just trying to snip the fluff off. Because that's what's going to make it hard to thread the needle. There you are. Yeah. Okay. Oh, shoot. Okay. I've done this before, where I accidentally, sew the keychain to the wrong side. So let me go ahead and undo that last stitch. I think that should give me enough room to pull it back through. When you get so focused on just closing it that you don't realize what side the keychain ended up on. Ugh. Oh, there you are. There we go. Okay. Thread the needle into that hole, and perfect. Pull it tight. Yep, okay, cool. And now we start decreasing. one more round, and then I can start stuffing it. How have I not unlocked the next spirit companion yet? This one's taken a while. I'm gonna guess once this timer completes, I might unlock it. And I finished just in time to start stuffing it. Perfect. Alright, stuffing time. So again, that's what we have so far. It already looks distinctly heart-shaped, but we're gonna stuff it now. And this will be our second heart of the night. Do I want to make a third one? Yes. It's already 10:30 my time. Not like super late, but I do have to work tomorrow. What I will do, though, after I finish this one is count how many hearts I have right now. If I could get, like, sappy for just a second here, I do appreciate that people are actually interested in watching me do crochet here. I don't know. I think that's... I'm not going to say, like, streamers don't do that, right? Because, I mean, plenty of streamers work on some sort of, like, art or craft. Like, I've seen people making music on stream. I've seen people doing, like, gunplas on stream. My sister actually does a lot of, like, gunpla building on stream. Obviously, like, any sort of, like, art, digital, 3D, what have you, Vroid modeling, live 2D modeling, rigging, etc. Crochet is not something I see a lot of on streams. And I think it surprises people when I tell them that I literally just do crochet from time to time on stream. Because they're like, people want to watch that? I'm like, I guess so. I don't know. I do really appreciate it, though. I've mentioned this before. I'll go ahead and mention it again. I think I discovered crochet at, like, a very important time in my life where I just needed, like, some form of art to do that resulted in something, like, tangible, you know, that I could squeeze. Because I had been, like, getting a little bit... Like, I had been making music for... God, how long have I been making electronic music? A little over 10 years now. 11 years now. Holy shit. Maybe not quite 11 years, but kind of close to that. And it's like, I enjoy it, but I also, because of how much I'm a perfectionist with how I do my music making, I go through long, like, periods where I'm just not feeling super inspired. So I kind of, like, put projects I'm working on the back burner, which sucks, you know. I would love to be able to kind of sit down and get stuff fleshed out more, but I just don't really feel like a strong direction on how I want to, like, finish some of my songs. So with that kind of, with that desire to still, like, create something, like, I've turned to other things. Like, I've done a little bit of 2D art, I've done some 3D modeling, which has resulted in some pretty cool pieces. Like I mentioned before, you know, I made the hat that I'm wearing. And then I also made a couple pieces for my friend Glow the Tiefling on their latest model. But I feel like crochet has just been kind of... This is kind of the hobby I think I needed to start picking up, you know, because it gives me something just to do with my hands. It results in, like, a lot of math and a lot of counting, which, you know, I've mentioned before. I love math. I love being able to kind of just, like... It's fairly straightforward problems that could easily become more complex, just with kind of the types of stitches you're doing, how you scale projects to be, like, bigger versus, like, the patterns you start off of. There's being able to kind of, like, once you learn the basic stitches, you can pretty much freehand whatever the heck you want. Yeah, all that to say, I'm having a good time doing this, and I'm glad that there are people out there that are interested in seeing what I'm making here. And I think that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I think that's part of why I started making these hearts, is I wanted a way to kind of like give that back to the people, you know? Like just have something that I can be like, hey, like you know, I very much appreciate that you are here, like taking this in, following me on this journey, and I want you to have like a small part of that. There we go. That went a lot smoother than last time. Okay. And we also unlock the next creature, so perfect time for us to take a break. And with that, 2 hearts. Look at them. Hell yeah. Okay, how many hearts do we have? Let's check. Got my little Michael's bag here. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 hearts. We've got 12 hearts in this pile. Cool. That's pretty good progress, right? What should my goal be? 30 hearts? 10 per day? I don't know. I'll probably go ahead and share that post one more time to see who else is going to be at Offkai, if anyone else wants one. Okay. Let's check to see who I unlocked here. I might go ahead and make one more heart before I call it a night. Oh, look at him! Oh, that goofy smile. Twintail! Like the VTuber. Local legend speaks of a twin-tailed fox who heralds the changing of the seasons. As the story goes, it uses its tails to swipe away the vibrant autumn leaves from the ground, leaving pristine white snow in its place. Today we've come to understand the origin of this myth as the spirit Twintail. We now of course know that this spirit doesn't actually affect the seasons, but we have since learned that its coat begins to change color on the days leading up to the change of the season. This color change often starts from the tip of its tails, prompting keen observers to start their prep for the coming weather a few days ahead of schedule. Even though its tails are big and bushy, twintails are surprisingly light and nimble, so much so that its dainty paws don't leave any prints when walking over snow. Demure and mindful, these sympathetic spirits love cuddling up with others during chilly nights to help keep others warm. Isn't that sweet? Okay, and since I didn't check on the last spirit with Hexwing, let's see the alternate colors that are available for these guys. Okay, so Hexwing. Okay. Oh, I've gotta send that to Char. Okay, well, we're buying that one immediately. Okay, that's more of a Halloween-themed one since it's orange. And we got the Sakura theme. I really like that there's like a Sakura variant for all of these spirits. I kind of wish there was a rainbow one for all these variants. There is one for most of them. My favorite one obviously being this guy. Look at him. Rainbow. Which reminds me I still have to finish. Wait. Let me show people. Let me show people what I worked on. Let me show you all. He's pretty much done at this point. I kept saying for the longest time I was going to get sewing needles for this guy, and then I never did. He's pretty much done. Look at that guy. Look at him. That's him. He's him. I am really happy with how this came out. This was a nightmare to finish, but I am so happy with how this came out. I found a pattern for pretty much the body. I made the eyes out of felt. I got yellow buttons to stick on the sides. And then I basically made a white ball for the abdomen and just wrapped colored yarn around it. And then I made these little straps that kind of hold everything in place. I love how it came out. It was a nightmare finishing that abdomen. I was thinking about getting sewing needles to go into the abdomen, but honestly, I'm probably... I'm going back and forth between, do I want to like just buy them separately so I don't have to worry about it, or do I want to actually make them on my own? This guy's been done for like a month now, and I keep forgetting to upload photos to Blue Sky, but I also kind of want to get the needles in place before I start taking pictures of it. I don't know. I'll get to it at some point, but he is done, and he is one of my favorite things that I've ever made. Go ahead and put him... Go there. Anyway, I was looking at these guys. The ink one that's rainbow is also really cute. It reminds me of, like that colorful sand. Like that little thing you can make whenever you're at like a carnival or something. Is there a rainbow version of him? No, there's not. Axolotl. Axolotls are cool. I like the DJ mouse. That's pretty fun. Okay, Twin Tails. That's right, what I was gonna do. Or Twin Tail, rather. Okay, I like the pink one. Got an orange and green. Red. He looks like miles per hour. I like the colors on this guy. Look at that. Black. That's cute. That's super cute. Okay. Who's next? While the sun is out, every time I tidy the floor near the window, I notice soil-covered footprints appearing a few moments later. Okay, so it's daytime. First off, no more snowstorm. No more wind. Sweeping. There we go. There you go. I'll take a snapshot of this. I don't know where snapshots get saved to. Actually, let me save a couple images here. There we go. Very nice. Okay, yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and make one more before calling it a night. Before I get started, I will go ahead and take an ad break, that way we don't get interrupted again. So feel free to use this time to get up, stretch your legs, get some water. I'll see you in 3 minutes, okay? And while ads are running, I'm going to switch music. I'm going to put on some carbon-based life forms, because that's a group I haven't listened to in a while. I'm going to go ahead and rename a stretch as well for everyone. Chill stretch. That's what I'm doing. All right. Carbon-based life forms. These guys were my favorite group at one point. Like they're still like fantastic, but I've discovered a lot of other more groups since then. God, their stuff is the perfect vibe. They are like pretty much at the top of the list of artists I want to see live someday. They don't tour the US though. They've literally played like I think 2 US shows in the past like 10 years. So annoying. I get it. I mean, they're from Sweden. And I think it's just I think it's like they could tour the US if they wanted, but it's just a lot of effort. They're both like older, they've got families and stuff, so it's like what's really the draw of doing like a big tour like that, you know? So they'll do one-offs occasionally depending on what the occasion is. But the likelihood of them doing like a full tour is probably pretty low, which is unfortunate because I want to see them. I think the only way I'm going to see them is if I actually go to Europe and catch them in one of the countries they're playing in, which I am very much considering at some point. Oops, didn't want to slip that. There we go. Also, the second song of the album I replaced with the live version because the live version goes fucking hard. They're considered psychedelic ambient or Psybient, which has its roots in Psytrance, but slowed the fuck down and chilled the fuck out. Oops. I think I miscounted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Perfect. Okay. Also, this is a band that I would love to get more of their albums on vinyl. I think I should be able to. I only have their World of Sleepers album on vinyl. This album is Hydroponic Garden. And then Interloper is a good album. The most recent one they put out. What was the most recent one they put out? It's gonna bug me until I find out. Seeker is a good album. Derelicts is a great album. God, I was about to say, by the time Derelicts came out, I was already like a fan of the band. And I was just blown away by how good it sounded. I think their first three are still the best, though. Scott, the fucking vibes on this album are immaculate. Oops. Let's try that again. tensor. And turn this one up slightly. Here we go. Okay. Okay. God, the song gives me chills every time. This is a good one. This is one of their most popular ones, I think. Moss. Oops. Almost done weaving this. There it is. Hey there, Char. Welcome on in. Oh, Char, I want to show you. Uh, I just unlocked this spirit companion here. Look at him. It's a bat. It's a purple bat. I hope you're doing well, Char. Thank you for redeeming your daily vinyl. It's good to see you as always. Okay. And with that, I think I'm done sewing this piece in. Cool. Yeah. Hell yeah. I think ambient tracks can be bangers. go. 2, 3. Four. Okay, one more round, and then we start stuffing it. I don't know why, but this song, for some reason, always reminds me of Spirited Away. Like, it doesn't really have any melodic elements that are in common with it. To me, it just strikes me as like you're in the spirit world and you're trying to get out of it a little bit. It's called Silent Running. Okay. Let's stuff it. There we go. Yeah. Okay. It's enough stuffing. I'm just gonna keep working through the break. I cannot whistle right now. Nor should I. It's pretty late over here. Oh, come on. Yeah, I gotta get a new pair of scissors. And with that, I have finished. Number 3. With that, we have 3 hearts made tonight. Y'all, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it a night here. It's been a productive night. I got a Scent 1 on Peak. And I made 3 hearts. And I'm now Spiritographer rank 22. Oh shit, I unlocked more spirits. Good. How many more did I unlock? Okay, I have the potential to unlock 2 more. I guess that's all the spirits, too. I can't believe I almost filled this up. Okay, y'all. That's gonna do it for me for tonight. Thank you so much, everyone who's just been vibing with me, listening to the music, watching me make these hearts. I am super excited to be able to make more of these to be able to give to people. If you enjoy watching me work on these or enjoy watching me game or do DJing, which is another thing I do occasionally, consider giving me a follow here or on Blue Sky at itsrednomad.bsky.social. I normally stream every Monday and Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I got a little bit of a late start today, as usual. But my plan is to stream again on Wednesday, and then also stream Thursday. I'm planning to do a collab with my friend Zafriax. We haven't decided what we're going to play yet, but those details will come, so give me a follow if you want to stay in the loop. That's going to do it for me for tonight, y'all. Thank you so much for hanging with me. I hope you all have a great rest of your night or day, whatever time zone you happen to be tuning in from. See y'all on Wednesday. Bye-bye.